What if I told you that a specific 90-day protocol combines 5,000-year-old Egyptian mystery school techniques with cutting-edge quantum physics principles to create a complete reality transformation? What if most manifestation methods take months or years to work, and they're missing the precise timing and sequencing that ancient masters used to guarantee results? In the next 30 minutes, I will reveal the exact 90-day reality shift protocol that I've personally used to transform my life and taught to thousands of students worldwide. This isn't another manifestation course or positive thinking program. This is a scientifically grounded, spiritually rooted system that works with the fundamental laws of consciousness and quantum mechanics. By the end of this video, you'll have the complete roadmap for the next 90 days of your life. You'll understand why 90 days are the optimal time frame for reality transformation, how to combine Hermetic principles with quantum field manipulation, and the specific daily practices that create inevitable change. This protocol has helped people manifest everything from financial abundance to perfect health to soulmate relationships. But more importantly, it transforms you into someone who naturally creates the desired reality. The science behind 90-day transformation. Before diving into the protocol, you need to understand why 90 days is the optimal time frame for complete reality transformation. This isn't arbitrary. It's based on ancient wisdom and modern neuroscience. Ancient Egyptian mystery schools organized their training in 90-day cycles because they understood that consciousness operates in specific rhythms. The human energy field completes a full cycle of transformation every 90 days, which is why seasonal changes occur in 90-day intervals. And many spiritual traditions use 90-day periods for intensive practice. Modern neuroscience has validated this ancient knowledge through research on neuroplasticity. Studies show that it takes approximately 66 to 90 days to form new neural pathways and replace old thinking and behavior patterns. This is the time frame required for your brain to rewire itself to support a new reality, literally. Quantum physics adds another layer to this understanding. The quantum field responds to sustained, coherent intention over time. While individual quantum events can be instantaneous, creating stable patterns in the field that manifest as consistent physical reality requires sustained focus over approximately 90 days. The 90-day time frame also aligns with what psychologists call the compound effect. The principle that small, consistent actions compound over time to create dramatic results. Just as financial investments compound through consistent contributions, consciousness transforms through consistent practice. This protocol leverages all of these factors: ancient wisdom, neuroplasticity, quantum mechanics, and the compound effect, to create a systematic approach to reality transformation that works with natural law rather than against it. The 3 phases of reality transformation. The 90-day protocol is divided into 3 distinct 30-day phases, each designed to work with specific consciousness and reality creation aspects. Understanding these phases is crucial because attempting to skip or combine phases slows down the transformation process. Phase 1. Foundation and clearing, days 130. The first phase focuses on creating the foundation for transformation by clearing old patterns and establishing new ones. This phase is based on the Hermetic principle of polarity, which teaches that you must first neutralize unwanted conditions before creating their opposites. Most people want to skip this phase because it's not as exciting as visualization and manifestation work. However, attempting to create new realities while old patterns are still active is like trying to plant a garden in soil full of weeds. The latest growth gets choked out by the old patterns. During this phase, you'll identify and neutralize the specific thought patterns, emotional habits, and behavioral loops. Create your current reality. This isn't about fighting against these patterns. It's about using the principle of polarity to transmute them into their opposites. Phase 2. Alignment and activation, days 31 to 60. The second phase focuses on aligning your consciousness with your desired reality and activating the quantum field patterns that will manifest it. This phase is based on the Hermetic principle of vibration and the quantum principle of coherence. During this phase, you'll learn to maintain sustained coherence between your thoughts, emotions, and actions. You'll practice specific techniques for programming the quantum field and keeping the vibrational frequency of your desired reality. This is where most people see the first signs of external change. But it's crucial not to get distracted by early results. The temptation is to either get excited and lose focus, or to doubt the process if changes aren't happening fast enough. Maintaining steady practice during this phase determines the ultimate success of the protocol. Phase 3. Integration and manifestation, phase 6190. The third phase focuses on integrating your new reality into physical form and establishing it as your permanent baseline. This phase is based on the Hermetic principle of correspondence and the quantum principle of observation. During this phase, your new patterns become automatic, your new reality becomes stable, and you begin to embody the consciousness that naturally creates and maintains your desired outcomes. This is when the most dramatic external changes typically occur. But by this point, they feel natural and inevitable rather than miraculous. The key to this phase is learning to live from your new reality rather than trying to get to it. You stop being someone who wants something and become someone who naturally has it. Phase 1. Foundation and clearing, days 130. The first 30 days of the protocol are dedicated to creating a clean foundation for transformation. This involves 3 specific areas of work: mental clearing, emotional neutralization, and energetic purification. Mental clearing, identifying and neutralizing limiting patterns. Your current reality results from specific thought patterns running automatically in your subconscious. These patterns operate like software programs, constantly creating experiences that match their programming. The first step is identifying the specific thought patterns that are creating your current reality. This requires honest self-observation without judgment. You're not trying to fix or change these patterns yet. You're simply becoming conscious of them. Spend the first week observing your thoughts throughout the day. Notice the recurring themes, the automatic responses, and the underlying beliefs that drive your thinking. Pay particular attention to thoughts about money, relationships, health, and success. These are the areas where limiting patterns are most active. The second week involves what the Hermetics called mental transmutation, neutralizing limiting thoughts by recognizing their opposite potential. When you notice a limiting thought, instead of fighting it, you acknowledge it and consciously choose its opposite. This isn't positive thinking or affirmations. It's the conscious application of the principle of polarity. You're not trying to convince yourself that the limiting thought isn't actual. You're recognizing that both the limiting thought and its opposite exist as potential realities. You're choosing which one to energize. The third and fourth weeks involve establishing new thought patterns through what ancient masters called mental discipline. This means consciously choosing thoughts that align with your desired reality and maintaining those thoughts consistently throughout the day. Emotional neutralization, clearing the energetic charge. Emotions are the energy that powers thought patterns into manifestation. Limiting thoughts without emotional charge has little creative power. But limiting thoughts charged with strong emotions creates persistent, unwanted realities. The goal isn't to eliminate emotions. Emotions are the creative force of consciousness. The goal is to neutralize the emotional charge of limiting patterns while building emotional coherence around desired patterns. This process begins with what the Hermetics called emotional observation. Becoming aware of your emotional patterns without being controlled by them. Most people are unconscious of emotional patterns, reacting automatically to triggers and circumstances. Spend time each day observing your emotional responses. Notice what triggers specific emotions, how long they last, and how they affect your thoughts and actions. This observation creates space between you and your feelings, allowing you to choose your emotional responses rather than being controlled by them. The next step is emotional transmutation, using the principle of polarity to transform limiting emotions into empowering ones. Fear becomes excitement, anger becomes passion, sadness becomes compassion, and doubt becomes curiosity. This transmutation happens through conscious choice and practice. When you feel a limiting emotion arising, you acknowledge it, appreciate the energy it contains, and then consciously redirect that energy toward its positive pole. Energetic purification, clearing the field. Your energy field contains the accumulated patterns of all your past experiences. These patterns continue to attract similar experiences until they're consciously cleared and replaced. Energetic purification involves clearing these old patterns and establishing new ones. This is done through specific practices that work directly with your energy field, rather than just your thoughts and emotions. The first technique is what ancient Egyptians called the daily purification, a morning practice that clears your energy field and sets your intention for the day. This involves specific breathing techniques, visualization, and energy direction that cleanses your field of accumulated patterns. The second technique is energetic protection, practices that prevent you from absorbing limiting patterns from your environment. This includes strategies for maintaining energy field integrity in challenging situations and around negative people. The third technique is field programming, consciously imprinting your energy field with the patterns of your desired reality. This creates a template that attracts experiences matching your desired outcomes. Phase 2. Alignment and activation, DAOs 3160. The second phase builds on the foundation created in Phase 1 by establishing sustained alignment between your consciousness and your desired reality. This phase is where the fundamental transformation begins to accelerate. Vibrational alignment, matching the frequency of your desired reality. Everything in existence has a specific vibrational frequency, including your desired reality. Manifestation occurs when your frequency matches what you want to experience. The first step is identifying the specific vibrational signature of your desired reality. This isn't just about how you want to feel. It's about the complete energetic pattern that includes physical sensations, emotional qualities, mental characteristics, and spiritual resonance. To identify this signature, you use a future memory technique, accessing the version of yourself that already lives your desired reality. This isn't visualization or imagination. It's quantum consciousness accessing parallel realities where your desired outcome already exists. Sit quietly and allow your consciousness to expand beyond your current identity. Feel into the version of yourself that naturally has what you desire. What does this version of you think? What does abundance feel like in their body? How do they approach relationships? What is their natural energy signature? Once you've identified this signature, you practice embodying it for increasing periods throughout the day. Start with 5-minute sessions and gradually extend to maintaining this frequency for hours at a time. The key is consistency rather than intensity. It's better to maintain a moderate level of alignment consistently than to have intense sessions followed by periods of misalignment. Quantum field programming. Imprinting your intention. The quantum field is the invisible matrix of potential that underlies all physical reality. This field responds to conscious intention and can be programmed to increase the probability of specific outcomes manifesting. Programming the quantum field requires a specific state of consciousness that combines focused intention with emotional coherence. This state is achieved through what the ancients called sacred concentration, a form of meditation that simultaneously engages the mind and heart. The technique involves entering a deeply relaxed state and then holding your desired outcome in consciousness while feeling the emotions of already having it. But this isn't ordinary visualization. It's quantum consciousness interfacing directly with the field of potential. The key is holding your intention without knowing how or when it manifests. You're not trying to control the process. You're simply imprinting the field with your desired pattern and trusting the universe's intelligence to manifest it optimally. Practice this technique daily for 20-30 minutes, preferably at the same time each day. Consistency creates momentum in the field, building toward the tipping point where manifestation becomes inevitable. Coherence maintenance, sustaining your new frequency. The biggest challenge in Phase 2 is maintaining coherence between your new frequency and daily life. Accessing higher states during meditation is easy, but maintaining them while dealing with ordinary responsibilities requires practice and skill. Coherence maintenance involves developing what Hermetics called continuous remembrance, the ability to maintain awareness of your true nature and desired reality throughout all activities. This is achieved through anchor practices, specific techniques that instantly reconnect you with your aligned state whenever you notice you've slipped back into old patterns. These might include specific breathing patterns, physical gestures, or mental phrases that immediately shift your frequency. The goal is to make your new frequency your default state rather than something you must work to achieve. This happens gradually as you practice maintaining alignment in increasingly challenging situations. Phase 3, Integration and Manifestation, days 61-90. In the third phase, your new reality becomes permanently established and begins manifesting in physical form. This phase requires the least effort, but the most trust as you learn to live from your new reality rather than trying to create it. Identity integration. Becoming who you need to be. The most profound transformation in Phase 3 is integrating your new identity. You stop being someone who wants something and become someone who naturally has it. This identity shift is what makes your new reality permanent and sustainable. Identity integration happens naturally as you maintain your new frequency consistently over time. Your brain rewires itself to support your new identity, and your energy field stabilizes in its new configuration. The key is to stop monitoring for results and start living from results. Instead of checking to see if your manifestation is working, assume it has already worked and live accordingly. This doesn't mean pretending or acting as if. It means genuinely embodying the consciousness of someone who naturally has what you desire. When this integration is complete, having your desired reality feels as natural as breathing. Physical manifestation. Allowing form to follow consciousness. During Phase 3, your sustained consciousness work begins manifesting as changes in your physical reality. These changes often happen in unexpected ways and through seemingly unrelated circumstances. The key is to remain open to how your manifestation unfolds while maintaining your aligned state, regardless of external appearances. Many people sabotage their manifestations during this phase by either getting too excited about early signs or doubting the process if changes don't happen as expected. Trust that the intelligence that governs the quantum field knows the optimal way to manifest your desires. Your job is maintaining your frequency and taking inspired action when opportunities arise. Stabilization and expansion, making your new reality permanent. The final aspect of Phase 3 involves stabilizing your new reality and preparing for continued expansion. This means establishing practices and habits that maintain your new frequency automatically, without constant conscious effort. This stabilization happens through what the ancients called the establishment of the new self, the process by which your transformed consciousness becomes your permanent baseline rather than a temporary state you achieve through practice. Once this stabilization is complete, you can begin the protocol again at a higher level, using your new baseline as the foundation for even greater transformation. Daily practices for each phase. Each protocol phase includes specific daily practices designed to support the transformation process. These practices are based on ancient Hermetic techniques validated by modern neuroscience and quantum physics. Phase 1 daily practice, 30 minutes total. Morning clearing, 10 minutes. Begin each day with the ancient Egyptian purification breath, inhaling light through your crown chakra, holding while it fills your entire energy field, exhaling any limiting patterns, and holding empty while feeling complete trust. Midday observation, 10 minutes. 3 times throughout the day, pause and observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment. Notice patterns and consciously choose thoughts that align with your desired reality. Evening integration, 10 minutes. Before sleep, review the day and transmute any limiting experiences into wisdom and strength. Set your intention for continued clearing during sleep. Phase 2 daily practice, 45 minutes total. Morning alignment, 20 minutes. Enter the quantum field through sacred concentration. Hold your desired reality in consciousness while feeling the emotions of already having it. Imprint the field with your intention. Midday coherence, visfenstation doin, rest 15 minutes. Practice maintaining your aligned frequency during daily activities. Use anchor techniques to reconnect with your desired state whenever you notice misalignment. Evening programming, 10 minutes. Before sleep, program your subconscious mind with images and feelings of your desired reality. Allow these patterns to integrate during sleep. Phase 3. Daily practice, 30 minutes total. Morning embodiment, 15 minutes. Begin each day by fully embodying the identity of someone who naturally has your desired reality. Feel this identity in your body, emotions, and energy field. Midday living, 10 minutes. Practice living from your new reality throughout the day. Make decisions, interact with others, and approach challenges from your new identity. Evening gratitude, 5 minutes. End each day with gratitude for the transformation that's occurring, both seen and unseen. Appreciation accelerates manifestation. Advanced techniques for accelerated results. For those ready to work at a deeper level, the protocol includes advanced techniques that can accelerate the transformation process. These techniques should only be used after mastering the basic practices. Timeline shifting, accessing parallel realities. Advanced practitioners can learn to shift between parallel timelines, different sequences of probable events that lead to different outcomes. This technique involves accessing the quantum field directly and choosing which timeline to experience. Timeline shifting is accomplished through what the Hermetics called the Great Work, the conscious manipulation of probability through sustained intention and will. This requires complete mastery of the basic principles and should not be attempted without proper preparation. Collective field programming. Group manifestation. When multiple people practice the protocol, they create collective field patterns far more potent than individual efforts. Group practice can accelerate results dramatically and create manifestations that would be impossible for individuals alone. Collective programming requires careful coordination and shared intention. All participants must be aligned with their goals and committed to the process for 90 days. Environmental field manipulation, sacred space creation. Advanced practitioners learn to create sacred spaces that support manifestation through environmental field manipulation. This involves using specific geometric arrangements, sound frequencies, and energetic techniques to create spaces that amplify consciousness work. These techniques are based on the same principles used in ancient temples and can dramatically increase the effectiveness of the protocol practices. Common challenges and how to overcome them. Every person who undertakes the 90-day protocol will face specific challenges. Understanding these challenges in advance and knowing how to overcome them is crucial for success. The purification crisis, days 7 to 14. During the first phase, many people experience what ancient masters called the purification crisis, a period where old patterns intensify before they clear. This happens because bringing unconscious patterns into consciousness temporarily amplifies them. The key is understanding that this intensification is a sign that the process is working, not failing. Continue with the practices and trust that the patterns will clear as you maintain consistent effort. The doubt phase, days 35 to 45. During the second phase, many people experience intense doubt about whether the process is working. This happens because the ego mind resists the identity changes that are occurring. The solution is to continue with the practices regardless of doubt. Doubt is just another pattern to be observed and transmuted. Use the principle of polarity to transform doubt into curiosity and trust. The impatience trap, days 60-75. Near the end of the protocol, many people become impatient for physical results and either intensify their efforts, which creates resistance, or give up just before a breakthrough occurs. The key is to maintain steady practice without attachment to timing. Trust that the universe's intelligence knows the optimal timing for manifestation and continue with the practices regardless of external appearances. Integration beyond 90 days. The 90-day protocol is designed to create permanent transformation. But the real work begins after the protocol is complete. Continued practice and conscious living must maintain and expand your new reality. Maintenance practices. After completing the protocol, maintain your transformation through simplified daily practices that keep you aligned with your new reality. These practices should feel natural and effortless, not like work. Expansion cycles. Once your new reality is stabilized, you can begin new 90-day cycles to create even greater transformation. Each cycle builds on the previous one, creating exponential growth over time. Teaching and sharing. One of the most powerful ways to maintain your transformation is to share it with others. Teaching the principles you've learned deepens your understanding and creates positive karma, supporting continued manifestation. The spiritual responsibility of reality creation. As you develop the ability to create your reality consciously, you must also develop the wisdom to use this power responsibly. The ancient mystery schools required years of character development before teaching these techniques because they understood that power without wisdom is dangerous. Every reality you create affects yourself and the collective field of human consciousness. When you create from love, wisdom, and service, you contribute to the evolution of all consciousness. You add to the collective patterns of limitation and suffering when you create from fear, selfishness, or ego. The goal of the protocol is not just to get what you want, but to become the kind of person who naturally creates realities that serve the highest good of all beings. This is what the ancients called the Great Work, the transformation of consciousness for the benefit of all life. The 90-day reality shift protocol is not just a manifestation technique. It's a complete system for conscious evolution. It combines the most profound wisdom of ancient mystery schools with the most advanced understanding of modern quantum physics to create a roadmap for transformation that works with natural law rather than against it. The protocol requires commitment, consistency, and courage. It will challenge everything you think you know about yourself and reality. But for those who complete it with dedication and sincerity, it offers the possibility of complete life transformation in just 90 days. Your current reality is not permanent. It's simply the result of patterns running automatically in your consciousness. You can create any reality you desire by changing these patterns through the systematic application of Hermetic principles and quantum mechanics. The question is not whether the protocol works. It works with mathematical precision because it's based on the fundamental laws that govern consciousness and reality. The question is whether you can commit to 90 days of dedicated practice and step into your power as a conscious creator. The universe is waiting for you to remember who you are and what you're capable of. The ancient masters have left you the roadmap. Modern science has validated the principles, and the quantum field is ready to respond to your conscious intention. Your transformation begins the moment you decide to start. The following 90 days of your life can be the most critical 90 days if you're ready to do the work and trust the process. If you're ready to transform your reality using this ancient wisdom combined with quantum physics, subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell. Over the next few weeks, I'll share detailed tutorials on each protocol phase, including the specific techniques and practices you need for success. Like this video if you're committed to beginning your 90-day transformation. Share it with anyone ready to step into their power as a conscious creator. Together, we're reclaiming the ancient wisdom that reveals our true nature as beings of infinite creative potential. The 90-day protocol is your invitation to step into the life you were meant to live. The only question remaining is, are you ready to begin?